Why can't we hire our own kids? One of those questions that say, make you go, Why do we load our kids in our luxury cars and drive them over to somebody else's community to work? You better take that luxury car and start you a business and put that kid to work and the neighbor's kids, or build that business and then take the money from that business and go buy yourself that luxury car if you must have one. But let me ask you a question today. Are you working yourself to death? But I remember, like I said, this cup I got a few years ago, and it said, hard work never killed anybody, but why take a chance? That was in jest, but make you think now, was it in jest? Was that a portent of something to come? Now, really nobody, I don't think anybody's really working anybody to death, are they? Now, I know back during slavery, working people to death was commonplace. But what about today? Is your job working you to death? Or are you working yourself to death? Now, people are talking about this stimulus check, these $300 checks. But some of these folks that are getting these $300 checks are really some of the hardest working people in our society. So it's not surprising that they're hesitant to return to work. I mean, you got these long hours, you have hazardous working conditions, they're sprinkling a little COVID-19. You have the perfect storm for somebody not wanting to return to work. Think about it. And if that's not bad enough, you have people competing for your job, but it's not just the guy in the next cubicle or the person with the next fry bin. You're competing against machines, these machines that we call technology. But this technology thing, man, is an omnipotent beast that consumes everything in its path, including jobs. Reminds me of this story once. These two guys standing there watching their workers. One guy comes visit the other guy, and he says, why are your guys digging this ditch with a shovel when I see you have these advanced backhoe machines that can dig a ditch in record speed in the garage? Well, the guy said, look, I love my guys, I love my workers, and when I use the shovels, I can put 10 people to work. Well, the guy looks at him and said, well, look, using that analogy, why don't you give them spoons and put 100 people to work? You have to think about that. Why don't you give them spoons and you can put 100 people to work? My point is the technology. It doesn't matter how many spoons, you can give them teaspoons, tablespoons, shovels. Eventually, technology is going to win. You are just delaying the inevitable. Now, I'm going to rewrite this story. I'm going to take it from the benign to the malevolent. Maybe you give them those spoons, you're just going to eventually they're going to work themselves to death. Then you can bring the machines out of the garage and all is well. So that's what I'm going to ask you today. Are you somebody stuck in a position using a spoon that could be done by a machine? If that is you, I'm telling you, you're just biding your time. There is no long-term plan, really, for that. That spoon is not going to last. I'm telling you, the writing is already on the wall. So, and when you start talking about the spoons, we start talking about these machines. Well, machines take on the countenance of artificial intelligence, computers, cryptocurrency, driverless cars, automated teller machines. Those are the machines. And the spoon users are pretty much service workers. Your cashiers, your tellers, drivers, and people like that. That is today. But tomorrow, it's you. I don't care. I don't care what kind of job you're in. The machines are coming. Ask yourself, are you a spoon user in a land of machines, in a land of backhoes? Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it easy for you today. I'm going to give you the secret on how to coexist with the machines and win. Because I'm telling you, this death match is here. You're in it, whether you know it or not. Work right now, labor is at a tipping point. It's at a crossroads. People that are getting $300 a week, I am not mad at them for not wanting to go back to work. But they still have to eat. And now you have the machines on top of everything else to compete with, knowing that your future, when you go back to work, you have an uncertain future with your career. Well, let me tell you this. I'm going to make this easy. You've heard it. It's cliche, but it's true today as it's ever been. If you can't beat them, join them. Where's the mic for me to drop? Now, am I acquiescing and saying, look, give up the ghost and let's go out here and become something that we're not? No, I'm not. But I'm telling you, folks, the war is over. The machines have won when it comes to labor. They're doing mop-up operations right now. But the battle is over. The machines have won. The people out here digging the ditch with the spoons, you're just waiting for them to die off, really. The machines are here to stay. So what you have to do, you have to find out where you fit into this process. I'm going to give you a little example, give you some little supply chain economics this morning, if you can allow me. People fighting in line over a Popeye chicken sandwich. But at the same time, some people were saying, how dare you make those Tyson workers work out there in those plants during COVID-19? Well, let me tell you something. If they didn't work in those plants, you wouldn't have those chicken sandwiches to fight over. I mean, that's a simplistic example, but that's an example of supply chain economics. So I'm telling you, let's fit you into this supply chain of the machines. So you don't have to be a machine, but you can still eat pretty good in this system. One, you can create the machines. Okay. Another example, you can program the machines. Let's say, man, well, I'm not that high tech. I'm kind of medium tech. You can manage the machines. You can train people how to use the machines. Okay. You can maintain the machines. You can also sell the machines. You can resell them. You can white label the machines and sell them as your own. I'm telling you how to work in this system, how to exist in this system where the machines have won. You can import them. There are importing businesses out here. You can invest in the machine. Now, here's one way it starts to look. We start looking at this supply chain a little more in depth. You can cure people who are impacted negatively by the machines. Our mental health people are just, their businesses are skyrocketing because of the people that are being impacted by this technology. People staring at these machines all day. They need eyeglasses. People need Peloton machines. That's why Peloton is doing so great. They are down the line of these machines. People backs are humped over. They got to get braces. Cholesterol is going up from inactivity. This is a downline supply chain effect of the machines. So you can jump in that way and you have nothing to do with technology. The machines have won, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to cut to the chase here. When I say the machine won, I'm not being taking a defeatist attitude. I don't want to take away from anybody's ingenuity or innovation. I'm just saying it's a good thing that we have such advanced technology now. It's really making life so we don't have to work as hard. But you don't want to be the last person using a spoon to dig a ditch. I'm telling you right now. Now I've given this same sermon in different countenances, in different ways. I'm just being a little more imaginative today by talking about the machines. But I've been saying this forever. You have to jump on this technology train. But you don't have to be a technician. You don't have to be a computer programmer. You don't have to be an egghead. I want you to study supply chain economics and look at how it affects you and your business and where can you fit in.